Hello everyone! So for this second YouTube video, this was not in my plans, but if you follow me on Instagram, last Friday I dressed myself as Cher for Halloween and I tried to record my makeup and my phone didn't record it. So as many of you asked for the makeup tutorial, I thought I could come on here and do a full-on makeup tutorial like the good old days, you know? So let's do it. So I started on my eyebrows. Cher's eyebrows were much thinner than mine and darker as well. So what I did was I used a darker brow pencil and then I draw a few hair strokes like more on the top of the eyebrow to make an illusion of them being more arched. Everything is an illusion, you know, because God forbid me to have like thinner eyebrows. I would love to be Brooke Shields, but I'm not, so I look a bit more arched. That was it. And then loads of brow gel, so I made them much higher here and then more brushed here for them to look thinner. Okay, something like this. And then I proceeded to the eyes. I need to come to my kit, and you've all asked for a video of my professional makeup kit. Is not forgotten, I promise you. I'm gonna do it. It's just that my kit at the moment is a bit all over the place. If you could see my desk here, you would go nuts. That's why that is not this week's video. I started with a tiny bit of concealer right here, just to make the eyebrows look a bit more sharp. And then I started with this white one by the Mario palette all over the eyelid and up here. And then I used this baby one, Hermes one, and I used this gorgeous gray color just to define very subtle like grayish. And I started by defining, actually I'm just remember I used a tiny brush first to make the illusion that my eye was bigger, because Cher has those big eyes, which I would love to have, but I don't, and that's okay. A tiny brush and this like gray, again from the Mario palette. I use this palette loads on my kit. And then I do think I defined a tiny bit more of the crease with this darker color. Blend. And then I use this gorgeous baby one, which I absolutely love, and I use this very shimmery silver or white silver here on the brow bone. Is that how you call it? Love. And then I think I mixed all of them like here. I used a reference of a Cher makeup that she had like loads of this lilac-y grayish shimmers, and I think then I used the more silver one on top because I was like, I need more shimmer. I think it was something like this. I used this, which is one of my favorite eyeliners. It's like dark gray by Lâncome, and I left it without the lid on for like the whole weekend, I think. So I think it's a bit dry. Yes, it is a bit dry. Going to have to work. And then I just smudged the liner with the same dark gray from the Mario palette. I used a waterproof black mascara, which I'm not gonna wear today. So I just need a normal, which I do have one. For the skin, so the reference I used for Cher's makeup, she was very tanned. There's a Lâncome skin tint in a very like darker color for me, and more on the orange side as well, because she was indeed very orange. And I love that she's like very tan, but then she has like very light under eye concealer and like on the center of the face. I went super heavy on the contour. Obviously is Cher, right? This is Westman Atelier stick contour that I bought in New York. And what I'm doing is, like, when I smile, you see I did this like little hollows. I'm going to go with the contour there to enhance like the shadow that I naturally create there, because it is like a Cher makeup and it was Halloween. I also enhanced a little bit of the contour here, which I wouldn't normally. On the nose, obviously, so I came all the way from here. I did like this, which she has it like very, very defined. Blush, on that reference, she has like a very, very pinkish blush, so I used this one from Dior. And her blush, it is much more like lower than what I normally wear, so it was like here. Same pink from Dior, but in the in the powder version, just to seal all the blush into place for it to last the whole night long. And she had a lot of pink blush on that reference, which obviously I love, because you know I'm a sucker for blush. Well, now I put it a bit higher than the reference, but oh well. I'm gonna do concealer and then bronzer. She had loads of bronzer. I used the very, very light concealer because that's what she wore. What I did was also wear a bit of concealer here and here to emphasize more the contour we did. She also had this like center area very lighter, so I also did that. And then it was mostly this area which was like very, very light. On the photo she even has like because of the flashback from the camera, she even has like a stroke of powder on top of the concealer. Also went with the concealer here. Okay, now with the bronzer, as I told you, she had loads of bronzer, especially here in the forehead, like, but loads of it. She was like orange on the forehead, let me tell you. I'm gonna insert the picture of the makeup reference that I used. And then she had like this area very, very bronzed as well. Then I sealed the concealer with a bit of powder. I was not afraid of the amount of powder or makeup because it was a costume. I was wearing like 10 times more makeup than I normally do. Lined a bit of my lips. She didn't have her lips overlined on that photo, but I like mine a little bit, not a lot. Then what I wore, what I used was this Hermes lipstick, because I'm loving this color. And then I actually used a Dior lip gloss, which is probably in my bag, not here, so I'm gonna use this Armani one. Highlighter, this is a cream highlighter by MAC. I used it here, and I think I did a tiny bit on top of this. And then here and here. And let me tell you, the thing that is missing and the thing that made the whole look, obviously, that I really don't want to do right now is fake lashes. So I'm gonna show you the ones I used, and I'm gonna insert here the final look. But I used individual eyelashes, like a bunch of them, on top and bottom. So I'm gonna put like mascara on the bottom for you to see the full look. Because I think this can be like a makeup that you wear like on a night out or a party or anywhere you want to. I would super wear this makeup like with less makeup, maybe. Am I fooling? Actually, I don't like seeing myself with a lot of makeup. So the lashes I wore a bunch of them. So I used these ones, which I think are from Amazon maybe, and I used the long ones, which as you can tell are the ones I never use on anyone because I hate long false lashes. I think I also used some of these ones, or not. No, maybe only these ones, which are from the same brand as these ones. So Flash Lash. I bought this on Primor. I love them. I have a bunch of them. They are all different. And I love these ones because they are individual, like very like one stripe, but then they are very pointy, so they give that effect of a spiky lash. So then I used a bunch of these ones on top as well, like in the middle of the other ones. And then I used these ones as well on the bottom, just like very spiky. Yes. And that was it. The first time I was more into it, and then I was very, very, very upset that it didn't record it because I was so happy with the final result. But I still hope you liked it, and I see you on the next one.